Contestant number 5, Abdul Rahim.
Thank you, Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and Manisha in particular. Manisha, when you started off with your speech, you said you had a weight loss problem and you're going to give us a solution. And I was so relieved because my wife has been pestering me to go to VLCC and sign up. I thought I'm going to save some money out of it. And you gave such a wonderful technique to all of us, Manisha. Quickly speaking about your speech, I'll be dividing it into 3 parts. First, I'll be talking about your content, then I'll be talking about your delivery, and finally, the impact that your speech left. In your content, first of all, Manisha, I think I'd like to comment on 2 things. One is the whole context that you created. The curiosity, the initial story of your going to that pastry shop, wonderfully brought out the need for that. And then the entire structure of your speech, the construction was so wonderfully made. I think both these things, the context and the construction, where you moved it from the story to the body and then finally the conclusion, wonderfully done. Coming on the delivery side, I think you had fantastic visual use of the stage. You were walking all over. I still remember the time you came right up here and spoke to us eye to eye and said, does that apply to you? That really made us think and come connect. And you used wonderfully stage over here. The language, I'd especially like to commend, and I think it's a learning for all of us, of how examples can be used, analogies can be used. I really love those 2 characters that you played over here, the monster Manisha and the me Manisha. I really like that example you gave. How can you move a mountain? Only stone by stone. I really liked your imagery of the captain and the crew. All these are great examples to make ideas stick in our mind. I think wonderfully done, Manisha. Coming to the impact part of it, I think you were speaking from your heart. And that showed. Every one of us could connect with it because you were speaking from the heart and you gave a message of hope. Coming now to the areas of improvement, Manisha, I think a couple of areas where we could look at some improvement. First is in vocal variety. One area where you could have used it was the 2 characters. When the monster speaks, it could speak in a why don't you have this pastry, Manisha? Rather than just a normal tone used for the other monster. And you could also use some flow, some fast speed. I think Siraj Sayed is here. After hearing his presentation, I feel there's so much more that can be done in vocal variety for all of us. That would have really, really made a difference. The second thing I'd like to say is you used the word homeostasis. And that's